everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today I am sharing some of the books that are on my spring TBR with you all. So firstly, I just want to say I apologise for any noise that you may hear in the background. It is very stormy today. We are currently on storm number 3 of this week alone. This is the third storm in a week. It's very gusty outside. It's not raining right now. It's quite sunny, but you know, that wind is blowing, and it is blowing very severely. So hopefully it doesn't come through too much on the video, on the sound, but you know, just in case you're wondering if you hear any noise, it is Storm Franklin saying hello. But anyway, my spring TBR, we're just gonna get into it. We are coming up to March now. We are in like the last week of February, and hopefully the weather is going to start to change and the trees and the flowers are all going to come to life. And I normally don't enjoy spring and summer. I am more of an autumn and winter person, but winter has just felt really long this year. So I'm looking forward to a bit of sunshine and a bit of blossom and everything that comes with spring. And of course, as always, I have a whole list of books that I would like to get to within the next few months. So I've picked 10 books that I would like to read within the next 3 months, so through March, April and May. And I'm going to get to them all. Fingers crossed. But let's start with some ebooks that I have. So one of the first ones that I have is The Perfect Marriage by Adam Mitzner, I think that's his name. I've had this book for about a year. It came out on April 1st, 21. So it's been out for almost a year and I still haven't read it. This is a thriller, and I know from what I looked at Adam Mitzner's work in the past, I know he is like a legal thriller writer. He writes a lot of legal thrillers and court dramas, I believe. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to enjoy this one that much. I'm not a huge fan of legal thrillers, but I want to give it a go. And the plot sounds interesting. It's about this newly married couple, Jessica and James. They've been married for a year. Everything, you know, seems lovely. They're in this blissful period of their marriage, but you know, they have things going on, like Jessica's ex-husband, who's causing problems, and then from what I remember from reading about this book, I think James finds himself in a very shady art dealership thing. I think he's like dealing some art or something, and that causes a whole load of trouble. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm very intrigued by this one and I would like to get to it very soon. And then the next ebook that I would like to get to, that I have had for a while, is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So I read Six of Crows last year. This is the second part of that duology. And yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I've heard incredible things about it. I really enjoyed Six of Crows. It's definitely my favourite book by Leigh Bardugo so far. I really enjoy reading stories within the Grisha verse world, you know, and being thrown into adventures with all of those characters. And I just love Inej and Kaz and Jesper so much. They bring me so much joy. So I'm very eager to get to this one. Probably going to have it on my March TBR. So watch this space. So I would also like to read these two bad boys here. We have got The Dragon Republic and The Burning Guard. Is it books 2 and 3 in the Poppy War trilogy? I read the Poppy War last September and it was phenomenal. It absolutely blew me away. So I'm very keen to get to the next two books in the series and just complete the story and just find out what happens. I'm so invested in this world and the characters. I love Rin so much. She is such a well written, well fleshed out character, and I just want the best for her. But I've got to get through the roller coasters that are these two books to see if she gets a happy ending or not. But yeah, I'm so stoked for these. You have no idea. Everyone has been raving about these books for such a long time, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to jump on that bandwagon. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Another fantasy book that I would like to read this spring is Sherwood by Megan Spooner. So I got this book for Christmas. Finally, it has been on my Christmas wish list for a few years now. This is a Robin Hood retelling, and from what I understand of it, it is Maid Marian taking on the mantle of Robin Hood. So Robin Hood is dead, and the sheriff of Nottingham is still getting up to no good and persecuting the people of Nottingham. And so Maid Marian decides she's going to take a stand, and she takes up the mantle of Robin Hood, and she continues on his work, his legacy. And I just love that idea so much. And I actually haven't seen this book around on BookTube that much, so I don't really know anyone who's read it. I've not really heard any other BookTubers' opinions on this, but it just sounds like something I would really enjoy. And I don't know, I'm just getting massive spring vibes from this. Maybe it's just because it's set in Sherwood Forest, trees, green, I don't know, but planning to get to that one very soon as well. I've got A Man Called Ove by Frederick Barkman. Is it Ove or is it O-V? Or Ove? I can't remember, but I think there was a debate about this at some point, and I think it's actually Ove, but I'm not really sure. So let me know how you actually say that. But I've never read a Frederick Barkman book before, and I've heard such amazing things about him and his books. And I know that this one is a very popular book, one of his most loved books. This is about an old man called Ove, or Ove, and he is almost certainly the grumpiest man you will ever meet, and that has sold me already. I don't need to know anymore. So next up is The Institute by Stephen King. This is one of the first Stephen King books that was bought for me, and I am very interested in this one. I've actually heard very mixed things about this, but I'm gonna give it a go. I think this is sci-fi more than horror. But this is about Luke Ellis, who is a super smart 12-year-old with an exceptional gift, and he is the latest in a long line of kids abducted and taken to a secret government facility hidden deep in the forest in Maine. So I guess these kids have like superpowers. They're like superheroes maybe, and they're just in this institute for kids with special abilities. And I don't really want to know any more than that, but it's Stephen King, so I'm sure I'm going to be shocked and impressed. I might be disappointed, I don't know. It's Stephen King, anything could happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it. So, on to the last three books now, and they are some sturdy hardbacks. One of the first ones is No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood, and this cover just screams spring to me. And I love this cover so much. It's got my favourite colours on it, pink, blue. It's got this gorgeous rainbow. It is just so attractive. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this book because it is literary fiction and I don't really know what it's about. I think it talks a lot about social media, and I think it follows this woman who has viral social media posts or something. She's traveling around the world speaking to her fans. Her mum messages her and says something has gone wrong and how soon can you get here, and then her real life just goes absolutely topsy-turvy. I don't really know. I've not heard the best things about this book, to be honest. I know it did win an award last year. Did it win an award, or was it nominated for the Women's Booker Prize? The Women's Prize? I can't remember, but so far, a lot of the people that I have spoken to online about this book, and a lot of the people that I follow online as well, have not enjoyed this. But we'll see. Next, we have Detransition Baby by Tori Peters. This was, longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2021. Really keen to get to this one because I just feel like I'm missing out on so much by not having read this book yet. But this follows Amy, who is a trans woman, and then she detransitions to become Ames. It's all because their ex is pregnant. So yeah, very interesting concept. I've read books about transgender characters, people who transition, and they're absolutely important stories, but this is the other side of that. About someone who is detransitioning, which is not something that you hear of a lot, and I think it's going to be a very interesting discussion to read about, a very different experience to read about, and yeah, I'm excited for it. And then lastly, I have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and this is probably the one that I'm most intimidated about because it is sci-fi. I've never read anything by Andy Weir. I do own The Martian and I do want to read it. I loved the film. It was so good. But I've heard incredible things about this. And I want to get back into sci-fi, and I feel like this is the book that is going to do it for me. This is about an astronaut called Ryland, who is a sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and the earth itself will perish, and that is all I need to know. I've heard that it's very tense. I've heard that it's very edge of your seat stuff, and yeah, I'm excited. What else can I say? I'm really looking forward to this one. I might squeeze it in to my March TBR. We'll see how things go. But yeah. Alright, so those are the books that are on my spring TBR. Just some of the books that are on my spring TBR, but these are the ones that I am going to prioritise. I'll probably try and get to 3 or 4 of them every month for the next 3 months. And yeah, it's a bit of a mix. I've got thrillers, I've got sci-fi, I've got literary, I've got fantasy. So I've got stuff to keep me busy. I've got variety, which is, it's what I need right now. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a little bit all over the place today because I haven't filmed anything in a while, and yeah, I am recovering from a very hectic week at work, which we're not going to go into. So let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of the books that I have talked about in today's video and what you thought of them. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know as well what books you are planning to read this spring, and if you have any recommendations for me, then don't hesitate to drop them in the comments down below as well. Having said all of that, please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you like this video. You can subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future. Hit the bell button so you don't miss every time I upload, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye guys.